discussion left. Let's get on to wrestling now at 167 pounds. Here is our Nike matchup. Brandon Slay from University of Pennsylvania, senior, the number 3 seed with a mark of 28-4, taking on the top seed from Iowa, Joe Williams, with a mark of 32-0. Joe Williams, the Ncaa champion at 158 pounds, chose to go up the next weight class, wrestling here at 167.
Just to put a tag on the weight loss issue, certainly the entire wrestling world sends the sympathy to the family, the friends, the teammates, and the schools that each of those athletes attended.
Absolutely. Now Joe Williams down fast and hard. Has both legs of Brandon Slay.
Joe Williams moved up this year to the 167-pound weight class because it would make the Iowa Hawkeyes stronger. He's undefeated. He has beaten Slay twice this season. Both scores were 5-3, and he gets out quick here. That powerful double is his signature mark.
You saw a nervous Jim Zaleski. His feet are tapping, his hands are banging on the mat as he sits just off to the edge where these wrestlers are going at it. Joe Williams going for his 3rd NCAA title. Rare air indeed.
And you got to give Zaleski credit. Iowa lost 3 home dual meets. In Iowa, that's going to be pretty tough.
You talk about lighting a fire under yourself.
That's right. Even he talked about he doesn't want to have to get out of the shadow of Gable, but even their program shows him and the Hawkeye Stars with sort of a faded out image of Gable looking over their shoulder. That'll always be there on top of him and adding pressure, but hey, his Hawkeyes are performing here in the national tournament.
Brandon Slay with a point for the escape. But any accolades Gable ever gets are deserved. I gotta say, you know,
he is a legend.
Give him
he may
his
not
due.
have all the records of the most successful wrestlers here in this country, but he kind of put wrestling on the map, and without a doubt, coaching 15 national titles in 21 years.
Hey, you know, he should have his picture on every media guide, maybe.
Well, Slay said he wanted to be careful to be set up to stay in low and stop Williams' outside blast double. He didn't do it. Williams got on the board with that first takedown. Let's see now if Slay kind of closes it up a little bit more and tries to frustrate Williams, make him take a bad shot. And he said when Williams takes a bad shot, he needs to counter quickly, launch his own counterattack, and that is his key to winning.
There he goes, counters as he moves out of the way like a matador out of the way of the bull. And Brandon Slay now with a 3-quarter on Joe Williams.
That front headlock trying to bring Williams down, but able to counter now. Slay went against Mark Smith in the semifinals. He said all of a sudden everybody in the place is cheering for him because there's so many Iowa fans here. Now he's facing an Iowa wrestler. He says, I expect to get booed by everybody here tonight.
He will. Slay could not stress enough how he has to stay in position, has to stay low. And in the opening seconds of this match, he went against his own advice and better judgment, stood up a bit. We saw Williams get underneath it.
Both these athletes are powerful, but Williams' upper body is incredible. And you might think, hey, he's a little stilty, he's got thin legs, but those legs got some power, as you saw with that first double leg takedown. Drove right through him.
Closing seconds of the opening period, a 2-1 lead for Iowa's Joe Williams on Penn's Brandon Slay. Slay out of Amarillo, Texas.
His coaches are Roger Reyna and Brian Dolph. This is Slay's 2nd appearance in the finals. He was runner-up last year.
And that is the end of the first period. Joe Williams leads 2-1. Back to Cleveland State University in a moment.
You got to wonder how much pressure is on Joe Williams going for your 3rd. Your team's already got it locked up now, so he doesn't have, you know, that kind of an incentive to help him. Some people may look at that as a burden, but the Hawkeyes have always looked at Williams and Ironside as their 2 staples to get him there. Slay, on the other hand, feels the pressure is on Williams. He's going for his 3rd. And he certainly remembers losing last year.
Escape point, and Williams now on the charge.
And instantly in again on those legs.
3 quick points for Joe Williams. An escape and a takedown. He upped Brandon Slay 2, as it were. Both of them getting out of their holds within 5 seconds, but then Williams kept the charge on and got the takedown. Take a look at what happened here.
After the escape, Williams pulled Slay down, and then off of Slay coming back up to his feet, immediately went under him. That was a nice setup, pull, and when he finally gets his head up, going.
Now they've got the score as 8-3. And I'm not exactly sure why.
They're stopping this right now for blood timeout. Each wrestler is given 1 minute and 30 seconds injury timeout. But bleeding does not count as injury time. So if there's any blood at all, they go over and take care of it. Won't count against that minute and a half.
Well, we had a chance to talk to Joe Williams. We said he was a champion at 158, now wrestling at 167. Wondered about his reason for moving up in weight.
I mean, I think in the long run, it's helped me out a little bit better. I mean, I'm wrestling different guys. I have to learn to, do different things, but still at the same time, probably stand more focused, just because I know that, I can't do this now, I can't do that. So it's kind of made me really concentrate on, just staying focused during my matches.
How about energy level?
All right, my energy level is sky high.
And it certainly has been here in the third period. They now have adjusted the score. 7-3, Joe Williams leads Brandon Slade. Third period action at 167 pounds. Joe Williams on the threshold of his third national title.
Technique, strength, fitness, skill, and experience are the true strategy that makes you a great wrestler, not weight cutting.
7-4 now. Escape point for Slade.
Slay needs a big move now. He's under 1:30 left. He really has had problems even trying to reach Williams' legs. He needs to find some kind of good hard setup, and that's not going to do it diving that way. It's not a very good position. He gets extended. Williams will spin on him.
That's a huge order when you have to take Joe Williams down. That is not an easy thing to do, and not many people can do it.
Coach Zaleski, Coach Reyna, you got a brief look at each of them, shouting instructions to their wrestlers.
A minute and 7 seconds to go here at 167 pounds. Brandon Slade getting rid of some tape that was around one of his fingers. Now,
and I'll tell you, Williams wears that serious face. Even in that interview, he has that serious face, but under that, boy, when he gets happy, there's a beautiful smile that comes out. Because I'm sure you might see that when he wins his, if and when he wins his third national title.
There's a lot of emotion bubbling underneath as well. This is final match as an Iowa Hawkeye. He has been such a staple for the black and gold.
And basically here, he's just controlling Slay's attempts of tying up and shooting. He's not really letting the University of Pennsylvania wrestler get off any kind of offense whatsoever. If Slade takes a bad shot, watch Williams counterattack. That was the best shot by Slade so far. Warning against Williams.
Had to come. He was not doing anything.
Yeah, he's hanging on. He's just tying up the arms of Slade, making it difficult. Look at, there's that power. Double leg attempt again by Williams.
17 seconds from another national championship for Joe Williams.
You're going to start to hear this Hawkeye crowd get on its feet for him as the time winds down. And if he gets some points here at the end, they're going to go nuts.
7-4 right now. Williams on top of Slade. Brandon Slade knows he is done, but still he wrestles on. The courage all these gentlemen show here is just amazing throughout the tournament. Jim Zaleski looking for another national championship from his man. Joe Williams is tops at 167.
He has been consistent for 3 years with his skill, with his aggressiveness, and with his true dedication to the sport.
Joe Williams, a class act, the winner at 167, and we will talk to him when we come back to Cleveland. Plenty more to come. Iowa with another national championship on the team and another individual national championship for Williams. To Cleveland State University, and the big smile of Joe Williams the Iowa Hawkeye senior. #1 seed, lived up to it. A huge hug with Coach Jim Zaleski. His 3rd national title, 167 pounds this year, new territory for Williams, and he is standing by with Jeff Blatnick.
Well, Joe, congratulations, a 3-time national champion. How much pressure was there going into that final?
There really wasn't any pressure. Our team had wrapped up the title, I think, so far, and I just had to go out and do my job and, have fun with it.
Certainly 3 years in a row to do that, the kind of dedication, the kind of training you have to do. Coach Gable being a big part of that, and now Coach Zaleski. How do you feel about all that?
I mean, I feel great. I mean, throughout the years I've been in Iowa, I've had great support from the fans and the wrestling coaches, and they've just pushed me and they've made me do things that, sometimes I kind of regret it at the time, but now, it's all worth it. It's all worth it.
You guys are so intense, you hardly ever show emotion. Where's that big smile?
It's underneath. It's underneath. I think I'll be more happy once the team get the title.
Well, congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.